Happy Sunday, friends. Welcome back. I'm Freddie Hunt. Get in the van. Um, so, what's going on? Well, we still have a lot of very pissed off people, but our form is on the upturn ever so slightly. We've had a few DNFs though. We've got some technology issues as well that are going to play into our opponent's hands. However, bigger priorities to deal with. Anything good in the news? Not really, although McLaren have signed a partnership with Ford. Arrows have signed Rory Byrne. Yeah, not much else to really worry about there. So, priorities. Um, we are trying our best to get next year's car as well developed as humanly possible, while also developing this year's car as a failsafe. 59% handling potential is not actually as bad as it may sound. I've certainly won championships with cars in the 60s and 70s, so we're not a million miles away from the sharp end of things. One upgrade package this year I think is reasonable. We'll aim for two next year. In terms of technology, our technology level is not great, but we've got bigger fish to fry, to be honest. What condition are the cars in? Well, they've been better, but I think we'll manage just fine. Now, what do we do in terms of testing? There's a real question, because we're trying not to spend huge and vast amounts of money. And you see, it's very easy to spend a lot of money on, particularly on the flyaway races or at Monaco, on running your testing. Yeah, I'm going to stop fuel development for the moment. Let's try that. Yeah, not quite the result I wanted, but we do have full setup points, so that's good. That should help us maximize what limited capabilities the car has. Now, I'm getting a little bit concerned as the season progresses that next year we may find ourselves struggling somewhat with a weak driver lineup, and top of the fact that we may see our budget go backwards again due to the loss of Tora Takagi's free cash monies. So far, though, I'm okay with the idea of that. I think we can develop Tanaka into a decent driver. He should eventually reach potential within a few seasons, and it's going to be another season or two before we can realistically, all things going well, make a run on a title of any description, I would think. Certainly, I don't think next year we're going to be in the position to make a run on the championship. Right, spent quite a lot of money there on spare parts, but that's an investment for the future. Let's see what's going on in Sponsor Town. We're quite close now to our Mugen Honda deal. A little bit of an extra push, and we should have that signed up. We're going to leave a lot of guys on that deal as well. It's a 2-season deal, and we want all the bonuses we can get, particularly with regards to upgrades. They need to start providing us upgrades if we're going to take any step forward. We have a works deal in place with Shell that we're still negotiating on a little bit, and then in terms of money sponsors, we're getting somewhere with HSBC quite slowly. PlayStation are a little bit more reluctant to play ball, but if we can get both, that would be huge. I don't think that will happen though. As a result, we're also talking to Komatsu as a backup, trying to fill up some of these sponsor slots to make sure we squeeze out every penny that we can for next year. Okay, with all the repair work and so on done, why don't we get back to it? Yeah, there will be 5 setup points apiece. I'm going to continue running both drivers on the hard compound tyre. I think that is the right thing to do given our ultimate race pace is still lacking somewhat, and the hard tyres are actually quite good from Bridgestone this year. Next year we may suffer a little bit because we are the only Bridgestone team, which means they're not getting much R&D data. Nevertheless, light rain, 19 degrees for qualifying. That should help Nakano out if nobody else. and it does. He lines up P4 on a 124.248. Damon Hill, the wet weather king, puts it on pole for McLaren, a 122.044. Quite a large field spread here. Hakkinen lines up second for Williams. Alexander Wurz takes third for Benetton. We are about half a second clear of the car behind in quali trim. Takagi, however, does not like the rain. He's down in P19, ahead of Sarazan Stewart's and Patrick Rainbow's Benetton. Rubens Barrichello is the only non-qualifier on this occasion. Huge field spread, though, between the top sort of 4 cars, and then after that it gets quite... Well, actually, no, there is quite a large spread beginning to end, actually. It's hard to say how this is going to go if the race dries up. Still, excellent qualifying for us. Good qualifying as well for Pedro Diniz, putting his Prost in P6. Out qualifying Frenzen's Ferrari, Coulthard's McLaren. Eddie Irvine puts his Arrows P9. That's his best qualifying of the season. Arrows have been in a real slump this year after a very strong season last year. 22 degrees, cloudy with a strong wind. That's going to slow down Takagi and our car generally, I think. Not Takagi, sorry, Nakano. Right, how to best do this? We will pit Nakano first, given that he is clearly way ahead. So he will stop lap 34. We'll one-stop both cars. Hopefully, we can fight it out for some points, but I think with the weather drying out, it's unlikely. It's strange that we're in a position where actually intermediate and wet conditions would serve us much better, but let's see. Okay, don't fail me. Oh, we did get a point. Shinji Nakano brings it home P6. They all count. All the points count. And he finishes on the same lap as the leader. Damon Hill wins from pole, 134.067.722 for him, ahead of Johnny Newhouse's Ferrari, Mika Hakkinen's Williams, David Coulthard's McLaren, Alexander Wurz's Benetton. Benetton with a nice recovery there. Takagi looks like he fails to make the finish. Yeah, engine failure taking out him. Bugger. Nakano is now tied for P10 with Patrick Rainbow in the Drivers' Championship. Johnny Newhouse is your championship leader, though, 36 points to Mika Hakkinen's 33. In the Constructors, we are still tied with Jordan for P5, both on P11 11 points, sorry. 1 point behind the Benetton team, who are on 12. Very close up at the front, though, between McLaren, Williams and Ferrari. Ferrari, current leaders, 6 points clear. And we're off to France. Right. Let's get me some good news, shall we? Excellent, excellent. We have a partnership deal in place. What's not so good is we've lost HSBC. God damn it. That makes it all the more important now to sign PlayStation. And we'll try and get Korean Air on board as well. No bonuses yet on the fuel front. That's very unfortunate. What's going on with Komatsu? A 2-season deal, that's very good news for $500,000. I will also... Who else can I speak to that doesn't need much? Let's try Vistion. We're putting many eggs in many baskets here. It's just so important, I think. In terms of hospitality then, we will bring Korean Air along. It's good to know they're not talking to anybody else. And we will cut down our hospitality spending to a more modest rate, saving up for the end of season final build. 2002 car still not ready, still not happy about that. One more round to go, I think, before the 2001 chassis update is ready as well. Again, very expensive to test here, hugely expensive, in fact. But we're going to do it. We are going to do it. Good, good. I'm going to take that. I know it's not totally full, but I'm going to take it because we have an... Oh, 65%. That's quite a big jump, actually. We have an excess of spare parts. Oh, give me the traction control system, you swines. Oh, look at that. Double cashback, and that means we can move on to the next stage of design, which is really important. Sort of round 8 is the cut-off, in my opinion. Right, we're going to build some driver aids, and we're going to build a chassis update. This could really turn things around for us, which will be superb news. We're going into saving mode now as well. Second half of the season, we really need to be saving ourselves cash. I'm going to front load a bit of cash now by building some more spare parts, and then the cars will be running increasingly in a worn condition. We may cut back on testing as well. What's going on in terms of staffing? Can we hire any more bods? We have no space left, but we can improve the quality of the staff. That's good news. Right, cars are repaired. We have a B-spec car for the first time this playthrough, which is always a big milestone. We have a new power unit as well, a bit more responsive. No new tyres, but we do have... That's not a new... I don't think that's a new specification of fuel, but maybe it is. Yeah, okay. This is encouraging. This is improvement. Right, we're going to spec Nakano along the kind of lines that the engineers are suggesting. I always try and give a bit of extra power and downforce for all tracks if I'm able. Right, yes, there we go. New engine, new chassis, new driver aids, keep them on the hard compound tyres, new race fuel. This could be exciting. I mean, probably won't be, but it could be. It could be, you don't know. 22 degrees, very dry. Show me what you got. Well, certainly an improvement from Nakano taking P10. That's sort of 1 to 2 places higher than he would normally qualify. Takagi as well also qualifies about a place ahead of his previous average. Your pole sitter though is Heinz-Harald Frentzen in the Ferrari 115.601. Very tight at the front between him, Hakkinen and Coulthard. Joey Newhouse takes P4, so that rounds out your first 2 rows. A little bit hotter for the Grand Prix itself. We will pit Takagi lap 36 on this occasion. Again, Nakano gets priority. Takagi really needs to start stepping up a little bit. I know he's had one really strong result this year, but he's going to be the de facto team leader, and I don't like it. I don't think he's really getting as much out of the car anywhere near as consistently as Nakano is, but let's see. Double points! Nice work indeed. Mika Hakkinen is your winner in the Williams 135.33267, ahead of Johnny Newhouse's Ferrari and Damon Hill's McLaren. Shinji Nakano brings it home a very admirable P4, 135.57762. Heinz-Harald Frentzen, P5 in the Ferrari, and Toru Takagi takes the last points paying position. Double points finish for the second time this year for us. Very, very, very encouraging. That upgrade package has already paid for itself, because if we care to draw our attention to the Constructors, that moves us into P4 in the Constructors' Championship, 3 points clear of Benetton. That's a huge amount of money that we've just potentially gained if we can hold on to that position. Masterful. And a huge profit. We turned basically $1 million in profit. What a badass. That should also help us with our negotiations. Yes, look at that. We have a success card to play. Question is, do we play it on PlayStation or on Mugen? I'm going to play it on Mugen, try and tie this out. Alright, give me some more good news. I'm liking that we're getting good news. Give me some more of it. That Vistion deal's not going to go anywhere, I can already tell. So we'll put 15% back on this 2-season Komatsu deal. What's the word on the street from Korean Air? Are they interested in playing? 2 million for one season. Well, you know, we could take that. We could take that. Not many rounds though to sign that off, so hopefully they like us. I'll spend a little bit more on hospitality, try and win them over. No new specs of tyres or whatnot, but that's totally okay by me. Right. So if we let that run another round, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, yeah, we're exactly on course. Exactly on course with next year's car. No new upgrade package in the works for this car this year. We don't have the time to finish it, so it would be a little daft really. We will do some more testing though. I'm going to commit quite a lot of guys to this test. Try and get ourselves another healthy boost to our fuel performance while we've got a works deal. It's quite a lot of money we're spending there, I know, but I think it makes sense. Okay, not quite the result I was hoping for, but we can make another improvement. We'll add more power. And we have some repair work to do on the cars. Tanaka's car we don't actually have to repair until after the next Grand Prix, but we will take some wear off it if we've got the capacity. Don't need to build any more spare parts. Let's just get the race cars in good condition, if we can. Okay, so Tanaka does get his car fixed up next Grand Prix, because with 100% wear we can't even test with it. Again, front loading some cost. We should have enough money to safely build our cars. We can get ourselves 4 new mechanics. That will help with our test program. No new commercial staff though. Let's see what's going on in the news. Anything? Olivier Panis will be returning for Jordan at the next race after a period of injury. McLaren have signed a works deal with Goodyear. Mercedes-Benz have signed a partnership deal with Jordan. We are a partner of Mugen Honda again, extending that long-running deal. And yeah, the rest is just sponsor news. Nothing to write home about. Right, we have to really hope that we pick up some more sponsors soon. We are currently 8 million behind target, and we have no time to make up that money. Well, actually, we're more like 10 million behind target because of we were getting 6.4 million from Takagi. Not good. Not good. Nevertheless, onwards we go. Do not crash on me, game. Don't toy with me. Right, everyone's got the latest spec of everything. Nakano's running with slight wear on his machinery, but not much we can do about that. Again, we are taking the suggestions of the race engineers. I'm going to give Nakano downforce actually, rather than speed. Although it is quite a fast track, Silverstone, so yeah, I guess we'll see. We may struggle here with a bit of a power deficit in the Mugen Honda units, but let's see. 19 degrees and cloudy, strong wind. See what we can do. 9th and 10th, that's a pretty solid qualifying session for us. Takagi out qualifying Nakano for once, although it is very close between them. Ferrari take pole with Heinz Frentzen. Giancarlo Fisichella lines up second. Row 2 is Ferrari McLaren. Newhouse leading Williams. Temperature drop for the race. That will help our power deficit. This time Takagi gets preference. We have to be consistent. And Nakano will pit a lap after. There we go. Alright boys, do us proud. Double points again. Man, that upgrade was definitely worth it. Heinz Frentzen is your winner for Ferrari, ahead of Damon Hill's McLaren. Johnny Newhouse comes home P3 ahead of Giancarlo Fisichella's Williams. And Takagi beats home Nakano for like the second time this year. P5 and P6 for the Tyrrell boys. Johnny Newhouse is your championship leader, 3 points clear of Mick Hakkinen. Frentzen has been on a bit of a charge though. He sits P3, tied with David Coulthard on 30 points apiece. In the Constructors, we are now 5 points clear of Benetton. We're never going to make it up to P3, where McLaren sit on 56 points, but we can hopefully get a run on Benetton and Jordan and hold on to that P4. Ferrari take P1 at the moment, 76 points. Oh, another really big profit. That makes me happy. Oh dear, we've lost PlayStation. That really sucks. Who else can we speak to? Let's go for AGFA, because I believe they're Asian, but I could be wrong. Still no bonus on the Shell deal, but we have all the bonuses now on the Mugen Honda contract. So we get $500,000 a season, pretty much. We get to help with research and development, and we get access to engine upgrades, which we didn't this year. I mean, that's guaranteed access, I should say. Komatsu have signed 2-season deal. That's good news. So we'll take this remaining 25% and see who else we can maybe hoover up in the last... Really, it's the last 5 rounds. I'm actually going to stick 10 on Tommy Hilfiger. I know it's not an Asian sponsor, but they do tend to give quite good money for relatively low effort. And... who else can we speak to? Most of the sponsors are actually gone. It's going to be quite hot competition now. Let's speak to Sonax. Right. In terms of what we're doing now then, we will bring along Shell, who are talking to us again, Korean Air, and let's beef up our relationship with Red Bull some more. It's less now about making new friends as it is about making sure we have an easier ride next year. Okay, we have finished another design phase on next year's car. Our efficiency has taken a huge boost as well. We have a new spec of race fuels, no new tyres, no new power units. That should hopefully get better next year. In the news, Blondes will be sponsoring Benetton. We have both cars in top 6 again. Arrows have a works partnership deal with Bridgestone, so at least we're not alone on Bridgestone tyres next year. Williams will become a customer of Elf. PlayStation have signed with Minardi rather than Tyrrell. Sauber and Total have gone into a partnership. And Castrol have signed with McLaren. Yeah, other than that, not really much to write home about. Well, guys, I hope you have had an amazing weekend and the idea of Monday isn't too daunting. I'm going to call it here so I can go ahead and get on with some Sauber fun times. You guys take care of yourselves. We will catch up again very soon. If you're waiting for a reply on any comments from the last few weeks, I do apologise. It's been a very, very busy time, but it is my mission to get back to each and every one of you. I am pathetically grateful that you choose to spend some of your time with me. I know you've got a lot of choice. Take care of yourselves, have fun, do something nice, and enjoy the Russian Grand Prix. Bye for now.